I'm Dennis Moreland with Dennis Moreland Tack, and today we're at Stephenville, Texas with Ryan Thibodeau, PRCA calf roper and part of the DM Tack team, and we're going to talk about Tiedowns. When do you start using a Tiedown on a calf horse? You've got him broke to ride and you want to start roping on him. Do you start with a Tiedown?
Once he comes back from a trainer that's really got a horse broke, I like to put him on right when we start. That way, and I'll put him on long. That way that horse is not getting obstructed by it. He can still run his nose out if he needs to. And then as we go further into training, we'll normally start pulling them back a little bit more. That way they know how to push into them by then.
What is a Tiedown used for? What is the purpose of putting a Tiedown on a calf horse?
My purpose of putting Tiedown on a calf horse is all for balance. I want balance from the time I nod my head to the time I throw my hands up. That Tiedown, when we're in the corner, it balances that horse. That way his head's not uprooting, but it's not pulled down in between his legs either. We want him looking right into the chute at the calf, and where our balance is right there. So when we leave, we're running 9-0 to that calf, but there's no time for error. And then when we stop, we want balance in our stops. That way when he stops and puts his head out, he can get into stop and brace for himself.
Ryan, we make a whole variety of Tiedowns, and if you'll go to any roper's tack room, they've got a whole variety of Tiedowns. When do you use a leather Tiedown, or a single rope, or a Latigo lace nose, or the rawhide? When do you use the different
I like
Tiedowns?
to start out with the leather nose, especially
real soft,
especially on a young horse, because we don't want to discourage that horse from putting his head out, but we also want him to learn how to push into a Tiedown also. We don't want a horse to always be backed off his Tiedown. We want him to be able to brace into it. He can't brace into it if he's not pushing into it.
But if they get to pushing too much,
if we get to pushing too much, then we're going to go to our Latigo laced Tiedown here first, and then we might go to a double rawhide laced, and then we might, after that, a single, and then finally just straight rope.
where you've got the twist in the rope,
yes, sir,
to give a little more feel to it, so
yes,
he
sir,
doesn't push too much.
That way he's not pushing too much. We don't want a horse to push too much through it, because then he's not respecting it. It's not helping him at that point.
So everything goes back to what will keep that horse level and pushing it, but not get away from it. Not be too soft and not be too much where you'd back away from.
Yes, sir. You always want that balance line. Like balance, you can't be too much one way or too much the other. You need to be right in the middle, and that Tiedown is going to help that horse be right in the middle of where he needs to be, running wise and stopping wise. Because a Tiedown not only helps when he's stopping, but it also helps when he's running. Race horses, you never see a racehorse just running loose. They don't just throw the reins to that racehorse and let him run. They're always running in to that jockey, pulling on him just a little bit. And when we're roping, we don't want to be pulling on our horse. That's why our Tiedown is there for them to brace against, to run against, and that helps that horse stay level running and also try to run harder for us.
For more tips and to take a look at some of the country's finest handmade tack, log on to dmtack.com.